Hi everyone, it's Happymailqueen. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Today I decided to create a 12 by 12 layout, and I will be using some papers that I found in my stash. This is going to be a decoration for my kitchen. So I decided to use this Best Creations. It's called Candy Shop, and I got this a while ago from a scrapbook store. This is like a few years ago. I believe it's in Covina or West Covina, California. So anyway, this is the back here. It has donuts on it, but I'm going to go ahead and use this side. And this is perfect because there's a section in my kitchen where I have a candy cane themed, gingerbread theme. So it's all sweets, and it's my sideboard. And I have a cork board on the wall where I have that sideboard, and so I can go ahead and like put up a little sign or a little something on that cork board. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do a 12 by 12 layout. So I'd use this one, and I also pulled out, let's see, this paper here, which I also got from that same scrapbook store. And this is part of also the Candy Shop. I guess it's a collection by Best Creations. And I'm going to be using this one right here, and I've already cut that out. So I guess it's like a 6 by 6. I want to say it's a 6 by 6. And the back looks like this. It has gummy bears on it. So cute. And then also from Doodlebug Milk and Cookies, I decided to use this sheet right here, which, what is this one called? Candy Christmas. So it's really cute. It has, you know, the peppermints and all kinds of Christmas candy. So to make it nice and sturdy, we are going to use also this medium weight chipboard that I got a while ago, and this is from Amazon. It's 12 by 12, and it's a good thickness. And you can just do a search and you'll find it. And I can't remember how much it is, but very reasonable. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So I decided to speed up this process here so that the video won't be too long. And I forgot to record the part here where I created a frame using some Doodlebug glitter cardstock that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. I wanted to match the, you know, this paper itself. It had some glitter treatment on it. And so I did create that little frame using, I just cut strips, basically 1-inch strips of that glitter paper, and then just created like a little border. And here I am using different kinds of glue. I'm using Helmar glue on this layout mostly, just because I wanted to try out the glue. And this is a pretty thick paper, so I think it will be okay. One thing with wet glue is that when you put a little too much, you have to be careful that it doesn't warp your paper. But because this paper is thick, I figured this is the perfect time to test it out. And here I'm just burnishing the sides or the periphery here so that it will be nice and adhered and nice and flat. And I usually use a brayer when I do this, but I forgot my brayer downstairs, and so I was using a bone folder there. And then this is the Doodlebug paper that I had cut down. I believe it's about 8 by, and then I chopped it down a little bit more. So I think it's like an 8 by 7 3/4 maybe. And I'm just, you know, gluing that down. I will be gluing that down. And I decided to just use my ATG gun for this one. And then also add some Helmar glue at just at the edges there, because that's the part that's going to be glued down to that glitter paper or glitter cardstock, and I want to make sure that stayed down nicely. And then I'm just centering it right here and just making sure that it's nice and even on both, you know, nice and centered, I should say. And then here again, I'm burnishing with my bone folder just to make sure that it's nice and adhered. So from here, I went ahead and used the 6x6 Best Creations paper, and I'm just looking to see where I want to put the embellishments, and I decided to use the sugar cookies that I created using the Tim Holtz Fresh Baked 1 and 2, and I thought this would be appropriate because it is going to go in my kitchen. So and it is a sweet theme. And I also used a little bit of the Milk and Cookies ephemera. I think just a couple of them. And so yeah, I'm just gluing that down. And I didn't pop those up. I decided not to. Oh, and here I'm just showing you the Fresh Baked number 2 and number 1 die sets. And so after this, I think I decide I was thinking about decorating it further because I need something on the very top center. And I realized here that I didn't adhere that middle part, and so I just used just the ATG gun because I figured, you know, it's just gonna go on top of the paper there. And it should stay down fine. And again, this Helmar glue is from Hobby Lobby, and it is very similar to the Fabri-Tac that I've been using, but it is a little bit cheaper. So I decided to give it a try, and so far so good, you guys. I do like it, and I do like also, I think I pointed out later on, but the spout on this, I like that you can just easily close it. It doesn't have a cap like the other glue, the Fabri-Tac, and you know, I'm always misplacing that cap. And then that way I can easily just twist it closed because, you know, it oozes a little bit, kind of like the Fabri-Tac. Okay, so here, these are the odds and ends, I think it's called. Yes, odds and ends from the Doodlebug Milk and Cookies, and I decided to use the Christmas word die cut there, as well as I think there is a sweets as well. Yeah, it's a sweets acetate piece. And even though, you know, the paper that I used in the middle there already had sweet on it, it was a bit too tiny for me. So, and I wanted it to actually say Sweet Christmas. So I decided to use the acetate sweet piece there. And then here I'm just using some foam tape from the 99-cent store, I believe I got it from. And then I'm just going to peel that off and also use a little bit of the Helmar glue just to make sure that it stays on there. And then I was trying to figure out how I was going to adhere this sweet. I didn't want to put too much glue on it, so I just dabbed a little bit, and then it kind of got all over on the side there, so I had to wipe a little bit off, but it dries pretty quickly too, so I decided to just leave it alone because I couldn't really wipe it off anymore. Okay, and then I was still trying to figure out what to do on the corners there, and I whipped out some of my embellishments from last year, I think, or the year before, and I found this Recollections candy cane peppermint stickers, and they're dimensional stickers that are plastic, and then they have the foam tape on, you know, the bottom there, and of course I'm gonna use a little more Helmar glue so that it actually stays on there. And it kind of blends though, so it's kind of hard to see, but I don't know, I just felt like I needed to put something in the middle of that peppermint. And then I decided to put another odds and ends or ephemera piece here, and just trying to figure out what to put in the center, and I decided to use one of my crepe paper rosettes with a die cut, which is actually, I think it's a sticker, but you know what, I totally forgot to peel off the backing of that. You'll see here I just glue it down. So here I'm just trying to figure out what else to add to this, because I didn't want it to be too crazy busy, but I wanted to add as many sweets as possible. So here I decide that I'm gonna go ahead and just use a couple more ephemeras, again from the Milk and Cookies Doodlebug collection. And I just put a cupcake, and I'm not sure if this is coffee, I think. Must be. Or milk. Might be milk. Although it's yellow, so it must be eggnog. But I love that cup because it has a little face. And then I added also, I think it's a Jolie Boutique candy cane sticker that's very dimensional. Almost feels like a puffy sticker. And then I'm just putting that rosette. And as you can see here, I glued also the sugar cookie on there. And then see in the back, I didn't peel off the, so hopefully that stays. I think that's a sticker, and I was supposed to peel off the backing of that die cut, the snowflake die cut. And then this snowflake here is a foam sticker, I believe from the Dollar Tree. And I think that's the last thing I add. So I hope you guys like my sweet Christmas layout. Thanks for watching. Bye!